So, my dear brothers and sisters, I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you again to this wonderful day. And today I'm sharing about the apostles' ministry, that is Elder Rasband's ministry, and how he went and ministered to the saints in Asia. And I think ministering is one of the key principles that the prophet actually taught us, and each one of us needs to minister in our own way, in our own local way. We ought to minister the way Heavenly Father will require us. Just like the way the apostles and prophets are actually teaching us how we ought to do ministering. And without further ado, let me just invite you so that you can see how Elder Rasband actually ministered to the saints in Asia. Please welcome.
Sister Rasband and I have loved being here in Asia. We've been through New Delhi, India, and met with congregations there. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. We've come to Singapore, and by technology, we've met with congregations in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and Kaohsiung, Taiwan. You should be so very pleased that you have a temple coming to Cambodia. How wonderful to finish in person here at Stake Conference in the Singapore Stake.
When Elder Rasband got up and spoke about families and faith, it really felt like it was an answer to my question. It felt like it was an answer to my prayers.
And my wife always says, well, we didn't have any time for sightseeing, but we did a lot of saint seeing while we were here. And that has to be the highlight, being with and meeting with people.
I feel so happy and feel so excited to meet the apostle, Elder Rasband.
There is a lot of excitement where we have been relative to the temple. Temple being built in Bengaluru, India, temple being built in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, one announced for Singapore. So there was a buzz everywhere about temples. Not only are these temples being built for the people who live here now, but they're being built for generations to come.
I learned a lot about the temple recommends that the Elder Rasband taught to us that we need to prepare ourselves before the temple in Cambodia opening.
What future do I see? A very bright future. A future filled with families, with temple service, with opportunities to serve one another, love each other, and love God.
Wow. Hey, wow. I was not aware that the church is in Singapore. I was not aware. I only knew the church is in India. Yes, Singapore, I wasn't aware. But the church is in Singapore right now. And in fact, I think they already have a temple now, because this was some years back. I think they have a temple right now. Brothers and sisters, Zion is actually enlarging, squeezing in her boundaries. Zion is actually enlarging, expanding in her boundaries. And Zion is actually, thriving in her beauty. That is what the Lord commissioned. That is what the Lord said, that Zion must. He used the word must increase in her boundaries. And Zion must actually increase in her beauty. Her beauty, as we are taught, it is the righteousness of the people. That is the beauty of Zion. It is not about makeups and all that. It is about the righteousness of people. And that is what the Lord is saying. We must actually increase in her beauty. Zion must increase in her beauty. And it must be enlarged in her boundaries. We can see the church now, it's in Singapore. I tell you. Wow. Wow. How wonderful. And it was so beautiful to see those sisters there giving testimonies, the Singaporeans, giving testimonies, and brothers there who are so much, diligent, so much calm down to listen to the apostle, which is very wonderful. And it is always a great spirit when the apostle visits you. Very wonderful spirit. I've always felt that when the apostle is visiting, we always feel a very wonderful spirit, and that is when every saint is actually, puffed up, charged up, and they know now, okay, just going to listen to what the apostle has for them. Very wonderful and spacious moment. Very, very special moment there. And I know, my dear brothers and sisters, as we see our elders, our apostles and prophets doing ministering, ours is also to ensure that we minister to each other in our local units, that we do ministering, that we ensure that our brothers and sisters actually do not feel lonely when they come to church. They must always have a reason to come to church every Sunday. And that is something very, very wonderful and great. Otherwise, thank you very much. God bless you. And I'm looking forward to see you again next time. Wonderful.